Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We are doing a full face of drugstore today, and I have a new tree. If you're wondering what happened to the old one, apparently being in a cold corner of a room and not getting watered regularly doesn't promote random plant growth. So I had to replace it with something else. And she's gorgeous. So she's also fake. It's fine. Anyway, if you're interested in seeing how I put this look together from the drugstore, stick around because we are getting into it. Also, you need to see this t-shirt, so let's do it. Okay, holy moly, looking a little rough. So I am a little dry up around my hairline, so I'm gonna take a little rose oil. This is just the Maybelline rose oil, literally like one drop, because if I go in with the powder foundation like I'm going to today and I don't do this little step first, it's obviously just going to accentuate it. Okay, better already. And then the other thing that I always make sure I do when I use a powder foundation is to go in with a primer that has a bit of a glowy primer. Basically is where we're at. I'm using the Milani Peach one. This one is their glass primer, and you could only get it at Walgreens. It has a strong peach scent. It doesn't last on your skin, so if you're looking for something that's a real glassy effect, it's nice. The scent isn't going to stay with you all day and bother you. I'll give that about a minute to soak in nicely. I already have my moisturizer on, which has an SPF in it. I'm not going to go real crazy with makeup today because it's an easy day and I am just painting, actually doing some painting around my house. But the whole point behind doing this video today, other than doing a video today, is I already filmed it a couple of days ago, and honestly it kind of sucked. Just my head wasn't in it, and I wouldn't have wanted to watch it, so we're refilming it because. So I did use the Maybelline Super Stay. This is the one that everybody's talking about. I love this. Probably my new favorite powder foundation. That's the 24-hour one. Mine's in the shade 220. You can see how much I've used it, but you do go through it fast. Like, I haven't gone crazy with this. I've had it for a month, maybe a month and a half. It's fantastic. This is their older version of it. The packaging is older. You can see I picked up a couple of them on clearance, and I think this is the same stuff. I think they just changed the packaging, and I grabbed probably 4 of them when I saw that one of my local grocery stores was marking them down. These are 320 and 220. So if I compare the shades on the old packaging 220 with the new 220. Do a little swatching here. Okay, so this is the old packaging 220. New packaging 220. Old, new. Maybe I should do it someplace else. Let's do it on my arm. Old, new. Boy, they just blend in so nicely you can't even hardly tell. So I can't really tell the difference. And in my close-up mirror, I can't tell the difference at all. So anyway, I feel like this one, the newer one, when I wore it the other day, I felt like it was a little bit more orange. Just not problematic orange, but too dark for my skin tone. So I brought up both of them because sometimes I will mix them. Like, you can mix powder foundation. So how do you do that? Just take your brush, go in one, go in the other. That's all I'm doing. If you feel like one is closer to where you're at than the other right now, then you go more in that one. That's all. One thing I will say about this is you're gonna have like a lot of kick up. It's gonna go everywhere. So if you have a white vanity like I do, get ready because it's gonna fly. And if you're gonna wear a white shirt that day, maybe don't put your foundation on while you're wearing that white shirt. And you can make this like a light coverage by going in with just a real light layer, or you can do a couple layers and make it a real full coverage too. That's all I'm gonna do today. I lied. I said that, and I'm just gonna go a little bit more over my redness there. That's it. See how much it kicks up? It goes all over. It's okay that I blow on it. It's mine. Lately, I have been using darker foundation for bronzer and contour, which I kind of do interchangeably, which I know is so faux pas, but I'm not a makeup artist. I just like to expedite through the process a little bit. So I've been doing it with the L'Oreal Infallible. This is in the shade 300. It's their powder foundation. They also make L'Oreal Infallible powder bronzer, but I swear it is just darker shades of their foundation. But this makes such a nice natural look. And if you need more coverage in the areas that you're gonna apply bronzer or contour, well then, guess what? It's foundation, you're getting a little bit more coverage. But look at just the natural shadow that kind of gives. Now we are going in with the e.l.f. This is the blush with a primer in it, and it's super tiny print there. I'll see if I can figure that out for you. You know this cold girl blush trend that people are doing, where they want to make it look like they've come in from the cold and they just go right over your nose like that? Okay. Oh, you're cold. That's hot. Now I'm going in with a little bit of the Milani Strobe Light, and mine is in the shade Summer Glow highlighter. This is really pretty, and I just like to go in with this, my fingertip. Look at what a nice, pretty, simple, just a tiny little bit. Like, this is gonna last me forever. Kitten attacks on a daily basis. My gosh. She is so much fun. Oh my gosh. She comes running up to me in the morning when I get up and like follows me around for the rest of the day, but she won't sleep at night in our bed. Like, I don't know if she doesn't realize she has permission or what, but, and then sometimes I'll take my blush brush and I'll go back over that area just a little bit, give it a little bit more of a glow from within look. Boom. All right, and then now let me get my brows going here. I'm just gonna wipe over the brow hair surface area to just get rid of any product that's on there, because that can affect how well my brow product works. Do you ever like go to start your brows and then you see brow hairs that need pulled, and then you grab your tweezers to take care of them, and then when you look again, those brow hairs that need pulled have completely disappeared? Yep. Okay, so recently we talked about how Maybelline changed their brow product to the Express Brow. They say they changed their packaging. The product itself has changed. I'm telling you, this is different. Now, I've been working with this. This shade is 250 Blonde, so it's their darker of the two blonde shades. We've been talking. Like, we're not serious, but we've been talking and I've been trying to make it work. I'm still not 100% happy with it, but I'm trying. So the problem is it leaves little like flecks when I go through it with the spoolie. It also does not work as well to leave like the little fine lines that look like brow hairs, which is kind of the point of these thin skinny pencils, right? So now I'm gonna go in and supplement with my NYX Lift and Snatch. This is the brow marker, and try to get those individual hairs specifically towards the inner part of the brow. You see the difference in how that looks from this side to this side. Not that the Maybelline used to be able to do to this extent. Like, obviously a brow marker, a good brow marker, is going to be able to do a lot better job at defining a brow hair look than these skinny pencils are, but this prior product, the older version of this, could do a lot better than just this, which looks sparse and patchy. Okay, it's about as good as the brows are gonna get, and that took a lot longer than it should have, so I'm gonna stop fighting with that because I'm not gonna make it any worse at this point. Although, if it gets to get, why not? Okay, let's be done. Let's be done. If you don't know about NYX Thick It Stick It, this is good. And I have a whole video on it. It's one of my quick one product reviews. I will link it somewhere around here. So like I said, I want to make this sort of a simple look today. I think I'm gonna go in with the Essence Earth palette and do a little of the green. I'm gonna do a little bit of that green in the bottom corner. I'm just gonna go in with my fingertip. I'm wiping off anything on my eyelid. I'm not even gonna bother with eyeshadow primer. Normally I would for especially a green, but it is a simple day and I don't need to layer anything else extra above and beyond what's already on my face, on my eyes. So I'm just gonna dab a little of this on the lower part of my lid and bring it across. While it's already on my finger, I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Why is my husband up here? There's no reason for him to be in the vicinity right now, but only because I'm filming. His ass is up here. This is a clean one. Just a simple brush. This is, I believe, look at me acting like I know about brushes. Simple little short stubby brush. It's kind of wide. And I'm just gonna go in there and start to kind of go back and forth over the color that I deposited on my lid and bring it up a little bit into the crease. What I'm trying to do here is have it be darkest along my lash line. And I'm just dabbing a little tiny bit back in that color to get myself a little bit more to work with. All I'm gonna do with that, a little bit on the lid. You don't need to go crazy. You don't need to have 3 or 4 different colors going on. What I am going to do though is take a little bit more of my lighter of the 2 foundations and take a big old brush so I can be a little bit more concentrated with it. And I'm going over the upper eyelid to kind of simmer down some of my redness. They used to make, L'Oreal used to make a powder concealer. Do you remember that? I think it was part of their mineral wear line. It was really good, and it worked specifically well with covering up spots that even if you did use like a liquid foundation, like for acne or whatever, you could go over with that to top it, and it just sealed the deal perfectly. Don't let me make it anymore. It was good though. All right, and I'm gonna take just a little bit of my CoverGirl Exhibitionist eyeliner. I'm gonna do a little bit of a line here. I feel like that eyeshadow just kind of got absorbed into my eyelid. That's what happens when you don't use primer. Let's do more. Let's just dab a little more. There. And we're covering a little bit of the liner, but you know what? Them's the breaks. Okay, that's not too bad. Today, I got into my mascara drawer where I have an obscene amount of mascaras I haven't even opened yet because I am a collector. And I thought I want to try something new, so I got out something that is not new. Not new to like the market, but new to me because I haven't tried it yet. And it's the Maybelline Volume Express Rocket Mascara. This is in the shade Blackest Black. Is it waterproof? No, so I better not have a teary eye day. The explosive volume, even from root to tip, 8 times clump-free volume. Clump-free volume gets explosive. It could be dangerous near your eye. Look at this cute little wand though. Here's something for you to consider. Sorry, that's loud. I like this kind of, let me get it open here before I start rambling about packaging. First of all, that's quite it's a big wand. That's a huge wand. Let me show this on something that you can really appreciate the size on, because I feel like it blends into my hand. But anyway, it's big. So this type of mascara with the little screw top, I appreciate this. And let me tell you why. Because 2 words, pink eye. Even if you don't like the mascara itself, have one of these on hand and a pack of disposable wands, which you can get at like Sally Beauty Supply. If you ever are infected with pink eye and you still have to wear mascara because you're a psycho like me, you can still dip into it with a fresh wand apply it, throw the wand away, and seal your mascara and not have infected the mascara with the goop in your dirty little eyes. Does that make sense? So each day you would be using a fresh wand and then disposing of it after you applied it to your eyes, just as long as you aren't double dipping. The other part of that is if you don't care about using mascara because you're not a maniac, good for you. Maybe somebody in your family has it and you still are trying to be extra careful. It's good to have that stuff on hand and then use that same process for applying it, just even if you're just trying to be careful or cautious. Like for my teacher friends out there, that stuff runs rampant in schools. Maybe it's in your classroom. Maybe it's just running through the school or something like that, and you're just trying to be careful about it. These are good to have. And there's a couple different mascara brands that sell them like this. Just look for something that displays the wand separately like this, and it has a little screw-on lid for the actual mascara product. See? And you can replug it like that. And then those little separate disposables, like I said, you can get them at Sally. Now, I am not in a school environment. I'm nowhere I need to worry about that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and toss this and we're gonna use this. So let's check this out, see how this works. Whoa, instantly covered that. Like the product is obviously a thin formula. It's not goopy on there at all. Let's see how it goes on. Watch, this will have been sitting in my drawer all this time and it'll be amazing. And I've been missing out. There's so many good mascaras at the drugstore. There's just really no reason to buy super expensive ones. Now, I still do, but there's no reason for it. I get them on sale, don't get me wrong. I will never pay full price for a high-end. So first impressions for this first and second coat here, it's going on clean. Like there's not a lot of clumping and it's not super messy on the lid. That's good. I'm gonna go put a little bit more on here, more product on the wand. I got a little bit of, I don't wanna say burning on my eyes, but I'm noticing it. Like I feel it, but mind you, I have very sensitive eyes and it's not painful. I'm just noticing it. Definitely not gonna put this on my lower lashes because my eyes have been watery today. Any of you guys use this? Is it a go-to for anybody? Have I found anybody's holy grail here? If you're wondering what this is, it's a lash comb and it's my favorite beauty tool in the world. If you don't have one of these in your collection, that's all it is. What are you doing with your life? That is not bad. It is not like a brand new instant fave, but it is not bad. All right, lips. Okay, for lips, we're going in with L'Oreal Fairest Nude because we are keeping it simple today. That is pretty. And I'm gonna go over it with the Wet n Wild Mega Slicks in Pink Champagne. There are a couple YouTubers who talk about this one. Chatty was the one most recently, and I really like her. She's incredible. She's an actual artist, and trust her opinion, but I've had one of these before and I wasn't floored by it, but she raves about them, so I thought maybe I need to try it again. So we're gonna try it again. I ordered a new one. This is good though. This is such a nice creamy formula. If you're doing a gloss over a lip for comfort, you don't need it with this, but I want to try the shade on this anyway. This is kind of that nice, like your lips, but better. That's what you're seeing me doing is why God made lip liners, and I always forget and don't grab one. Do I have one up here? Because I will wipe this shit off and do it again. Nope, nope. All right, let's try this over here. Oh, it's virtually sheer going over it. Okay, so I got my e.l.f. Dewy Coconut Setting Spray. This is like magic over any powder foundation. Smells great. Feels great. The mister is nice. It's just magic. I really do believe it makes a difference in lasting power too, so that's it, guys, with my full face of drugstore stuff. If there's anything from this video that I would suggest you get out there and try, it's any of these Maybelline Superstay Powder Foundations. any of the packaging is fine. I truly believe it's all the same actual product in there. The NYX Lift and Snatch eyebrow pen is fantastic, and one of my favorite setting sprays is the e.l.f. Coconut, Dewy Coconut Setting Mist. Why do I want to screw that name up? This is really good stuff. Smells nice, cheap, good, lasts, works, sets powder foundation phenomenally. And that's it. I think that's kind of where we're at for the day. If you stuck around this long, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming to my channel. If you're interested in seeing more from me, make sure that you click subscribe and ring the little notification bell down below, and it'll let you know when I upload a new video. I appreciate you and I hope you have a really great day. Bye. Bye. Yeah.